Hello and welcome to Section 2 of the Complete Ruby on Rails Developer course. I hope you enjoyed Section 1 and learning about the apps built in the course, along with setting up a development environment for yourself, either via Cloud9 or a local one. In this section, we'll learn about Ruby. And what is Ruby? So Ruby is an object-oriented programming language. It was developed by Yukihiro Matsumoto, also known as MATS for short, and the language has been around for roughly 20 years now, but it really gained traction when Ruby on Rails came along in the mid-2000s. Now, even though Ruby is a very powerful programming language, one of the primary aspects of it is programmer happiness, and they really focus on it, and it's designed as such. It reads a lot like English, which you'll find out as you progress through the course. So it's very easy to work with and grasp. There are numerous resources online to learn about Ruby. You can obviously Google them. And here's one. You can go to www.ruby-lang.org and it will take you to this page. This is the official page. You can check out news and updates about Ruby from here. You can download Ruby if you want, but we've already taken care of this, so we're not going to do that. You can read through documentation, libraries, lots and lots of useful information here that you can browse through, okay? So without further delay, let's get to coding with Ruby and use it to create our first program. So in your Cloud9 environment, when you log in, this is usually what it's going to look like. You're going to be in the workspace folder, which, as you know, is a Rails application, which we're not going to use right now. So we're going to need to navigate out of here. But on the left here, your file tree is going to be showing this workspace applications file tree, which is the Rails app. So I'm going to make an update here and make this display more favorable for us. First of all, we want to see our home directory here. To do that, if you click on this widget over here and check Show Home in Favorites, then it will show your home directory. Okay? And then now it shows the workspace application here along with here. It's the same application. We don't want to see this listed twice. So what we'll do is we will uncheck this one, show workspace root, uncheck that, and that goes away. So this workspace is this one right here. All right. So what we want to do is, since this is a Rails app, we want to navigate out of here, type in cd space ... And what that will do is it will move up one directory out of workspace here. So out of this to my home directory, which is this. So cd space ... Okay. Now if I type in ls, see it says lib and workspace. Lib and workspace. Perfect. So here I'm going to create a new folder where I will store my Ruby projects. So I'll call it conveniently Ruby projects. And the way you create a directory in Linux-based systems is type in mkdir, which stands for make directory space and then Ruby _ projects. Okay, so now if you see here on the top left, I have this new folder, Ruby projects. Now if I type in ls, you see Ruby projects. So let's navigate to Ruby projects. And to navigate into that directory, I have to type in cd space and then the directory name. Now this will only work if this directory is listed when you type in ls as one of the directories under this directory. Okay? There you go. We are now in Ruby projects. I'm going to clear up the screen a little bit. To do that, type in clear and hit enter. There you go. It comes up on top. So this now represents this. So let's create our first program. You can either type in touch and then the name of the program to create a file here, or you can go to this folder, right click, and then select this new file. And we will call this hello_world.rb. All right. And if you double click on it, comes up right here. Now you see this background. If you want to change this, you can simply go to your preferences and then the syntax theme, you can make it ambience if you want. Let's see what that did. Okay. What about Chrome? Okay, so you can play around with this and see which one you like. You can try Cloud9 Night. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it at this for now. So I'll close out our preferences. All right, so that's how you pull up a file and you can start working on it right away. All right, now what is this .rb at the end of this that I named this file hello_world.rb? Why do I have this .rb? That basically is how a Ruby file is designated. That tells the computer that this is a Ruby file. Okay, so moving on, we're going to create 2 more files. So we see 3 different ways of saying hello world. So I'll show you the other way of creating a file in this folder without right-clicking here. From the command line, given I'm in the Ruby projects folder, I can type in touch, then hello_world_string.rb. See how it shows up here? And the other one I'm going to do is hello_world_method.rb. So I have these 3 files. I'll pull all 3 of them up. Okay, so let's start with the first one. Hello world. Simplest way of saying this would be I will type in this function put, so put s. The s stands for string. So put string, and within double quotes, I will type in hello world with an exclamation mark. So put string hello world within quotes. And if I save this file and then scroll down to Ruby projects here, and to run this, I'm simply going to type in Ruby and the name of the file, hello world.rb. Check it out. It says hello world. Congratulations, you have successfully written your first Ruby program. Now, what if I have to write something else here? What if I have to say, welcome to the complete Ruby on Rails developer course? Then I have to go to the next line and say, put string again, welcome to the complete Ruby on Rails developer course. Let's save that. Let's run the same program. Now, instead of typing out Ruby hello world, what I can do is simply press the up arrow on my keyboard and it pulls up the previous command that I had run. Okay? So if I hit enter here, check it out. It says, hello world, welcome to the complete Ruby on Rails developer course. Perfect. Now let's explore the second thing that I want to look at, which is hello world string. So here, what I'll do is I'll use a variable. Let's say I'll call it hello. You can call it anything. Hello, and assign it to hello world within quotes. So hello is a variable and it's pointing to hello world. Now, if I want to print what hello is pointing to, which is hello world, I can simply say put string hello. This way, I don't have to type in the hello world here in my put string. If I save this and if I run it, Ruby, this is, remember, a different file name, hello world string. So hello_world_string.rb. Check it out. It says hello world as well. Now, you may ask, why do we use a variable instead of simply using what we did here, put string? Well, the reason is I can easily change the value of the variable here, and that will reflect the output. So I don't have to keep typing in put string and then keep changing the output. So here, I can update in just one spot and then have it reflected anywhere that I have hello shown. So I can say hello and then welcome to the complete Ruby on Rails developer course. If I save that and then if I run this again, check it out, it updates. Perfect. So now, why did that happen? It happened because hello is pointing to this in memory. Welcome to the complete Ruby on Rails developer course. Now, if I change hello again and say hello world, and then put hello, if I save this and run it, check it out. It says welcome to the complete Ruby on Rails developer course, and then hello world. But since this is hello, why is it working this way? Well, at first, hello was pointing to this part in memory, which says, welcome to the complete Ruby on Rails developer course. But then I reassigned where hello is pointing to. It's now pointing to a different part in memory, which says hello world. So now when I say put string hello, it's simply printing out this part, what it's pointing to, instead of the first one. All right, so that's two methods. Now the third way I'm going to print out hello world is using a method, also known as a function. Now you may ask, what is a method or a function? For now, you can simply think of a method is something that performs an action for us, okay? And in case you're wondering what I did here, this simply means this is a comment. So in Ruby, you use the hashtag or pound to designate that line, whatever you're going to write in that line, is a comment, and Ruby should ignore that when executing the program. So I can say something like, let's say a multiplication method multiplies two numbers and returns the result. Okay, so that would be a simple example of what a method can do. You can have a method that says multiply, and you can write the code so that every time you call that method, it returns the product of the two numbers. But anyway, we'll explore that later on. First, let's go ahead and write a function to say hello world. And this is how you start a function, by the keyword def, and then a space, and then a method name. I'm going to call this say hello. This is the beginning of the method. But when you have a method like this, you need an end to the method, and you designate it by this keyword end. All right. So beginning, define, space, method name, and then the code you're going to write here. So I'm going to say pound, write code here, and then an end to designate the end of the method. So within the method, I'm going to say puts hello world, exclamation mark. There you go. Now, if I run this file, what happens? Let's see, Ruby hello world method.rb. Nothing happened. Why didn't anything happen even though I said puts hello world in the method? Well, that's because this is inside the method, and I did not call this method. To actually make the method work, I need to call the method somewhere, all right? So just the definition is not going to do anything. It's like having a car sitting in the driveway, okay? It's there, but it's not going to do anything. To actually use the car, you have to get in the car and start it, all right? And start driving. So this is what we're going to do. I'm simply going to say hello underneath it, okay? So now I have my method that is being called. I'm saying say hello. Now if I run the method, check it out, it says hello world. Now you may be wondering, okay, so that's a lot of code I've written when I use a method to do something as simple as this. And these two both seem to be doing it easier than the method, a lot less code. So what is the advantage of doing this? Well, the advantage is, what if you wanted to say something else repeatedly? Let's say you want to say hello world 20 times in your application. Are you going to go to all those 20 places in your application and keep changing the code? No, instead, you can simply update this method, and each instance or occurrence of this method in your application will automatically update to say whatever it is you want. That way you save a lot of time and also eliminate errors because you may miss one or two occurrences, right? That's one. The other thing is, you can also think of methods as taking something in to execute the code and then returning something else out after processing. So one thing I can do here is I can actually give methods arguments. So what are arguments? Arguments are inputs that the method can take in to process. All right. So let's say I want to, instead of saying hello world, I want to say welcome to the complete Ruby on Rails developer course. When I call the method say hello, I can say hello, and then pass it in, welcome to the complete Ruby on Rails developer course. All right. But in order to do this, this method has to take this in, or has to have the ability to take this input in. And they can easily do that by using what's called arguments. So after the method name, put these two parentheses, and in here, just say anything, okay? Anything. And then within the method puts, instead of hello world, I will update this to say anything. So basically whatever is being passed in, I want to print it out, okay? If I save this, and now if I run this program, check it out. Welcome to the complete Ruby on Rails developer course. So check out the code here. I'm simply saying, say hello, welcome to the complete Ruby on Rails developer course, and the method's doing it for us. See the advantage here? It can take in anything. I can then say hello. I can print anything. And then save that. If I run it again, check it out. Welcome to complete Ruby on Rails developer course. I can print anything. I can basically say hello, the method, and then have it print anything I want going forward. All right, perfect. So congratulations. You've now learned 3 ways of saying hello world in Ruby, including one where you actually use and define a method to do so, which is pretty advanced for lesson 1, I have to be honest. Now, in the next video, we'll do 2 things. We'll familiarize ourselves with the difference in layout between this screen, which is what you're going to be using, and what the videos in this course are shown in, which is a different IDE. And then after that, we'll do a few more fun things with strings and start working with numbers. See you there.